And yeah, some of the content from our upcoming episodes, we've got something really exciting happening just this month. I've actually written a book. We had so many people come out as liars. It was kind of straightforward to me. It's not the first book that I've written. Basically, a non-fiction how-to manual of how to expose a liar. And we go through first, we've got a foreword coming, written by a judge, a Supreme Court judge. And as we roll that out, the second chapter talks about the template that we use of how to actually kind of dissect the story when somebody is telling you a story that's false, how to actually go through and go, okay, are there contradictions? Are there cross contradictions with other people who talked about the same story? Are there any conflicts? Conflicts are where there maybe somebody said something and then there's physical evidence, photographs or video footage that conflicts with that and proves that what they're saying is false. Then we look at the finer items like, is what they're saying being contested by the other side? If they're accusing them of something, are the other side accepting what they're saying, or are they saying, no, that's false, it actually happened like this? Then we look a little further down and look at the character of the person. So have they lied before? Are they a higher class of person? Are they a lower class of person who is likely to do that sort of thing? And then finally, this is where it gets really interesting in the book, and it's a bit of a process to roll it out, and we'll do a lot of sort of video segments related to the book as well. That'll really help to sort of roll it all out. But the second last and the last kind of segments of each chapter are the most interesting, because we delve into really get to the bottom of what this problem is by looking at once we've exposed the person who's clearly lied, we then look at, okay, what was their motive for doing that? Why did they lie? They lied. They can't change that. It's already obvious from the evidence to everybody that the person's lied. Okay, well, come on, why did you do that? Yeah. We get to the bottom of that, and then the very last part of each chapter is really interesting. It's called admissions. So we show that material. We take all of the contradictions we found in what they said under oath, all the cross contradictions from their friends or whoever else is there that have told a cross story to what they're saying, mixing and muddling it all up on each other. Then the conflicts that we've got, if we've got like physical evidence that conflicts with other things that they've said, then what the other side have said in response to them, have they defended themselves and conflicted with it and shown basically a more logical story that defeats what they've said. Are there other motives? Do we know about people being paid to lie or any other incentives that are in place? And then we show that all to the person and we say, here, you have an opportunity to come and redeem yourself if you'd like. We can put this out anyway and show that you've lied, and if you want, you were welcome to come in on the show, and gives us a chance to ask you questions for you to explain yourself a little better and maybe exonerate yourself from that. So the admission section becomes really interesting. I imagine some of them are going to be that we reached out to them for comment, we didn't hear anything back. Yeah. But sometimes there are a few that I feel will respond and will turn up and will explain themselves, and also they will expose some of the other liars in the book. So this is going to get really interesting really fast, because we've got some mega high profile people we're exposing through this show. Right?
And ultimately it is to put an end to
it is. That's why it's called that.
Really, we're not interested in petty lies, but we really are interested in if somebody lying has caused you some kind of irreparable harm.
Well, irreparable harm, but hasn't been repaired yet.
Exactly, what happened with, Johnny Depp or Marilyn Manson.
They'll be interesting, because we talk about other celebrities who've been lied about also. That becomes really interesting. We've done research we don't think that their lawyers have done.
But just for example, he actually did get dropped from his TV show. He got dropped from his record label. This is true. So if that turns out to all be not true, he actually did pay for the crime as if he had done it, even though he hadn't done it. So that's what we're interested in. So, if you got fired from a job, or if you, are in a band and you got dropped from a tour because of a false accusation, that's what we really want to put an end to. Because some people have really suffered and lost everything that they've worked their whole life for,
because of lies,
because of nothing but lies. And it actually starts to get dangerous after a while, after people keep saying, hey, you did this, other people then believe it. If you manage to get it into some kind of tabloidy article and then the other networks pick it up, even if it's false, they have, based it on, the other libelous material, so they then become liable. That's what we're interested, if somebody lying has implicated you in some way, then that's what we want to put a stop to.
Exactly.
Because we're sick of it.
That's why this page is referred to as a cause. It's a cause. It's a mission.